And now I'd like to share something else. In the year 2000, I had the great opportunity to represent Canada at an international magic convention. And since I'm one of the only magicians in the world that does something great, beads actually, they asked me if I would present something. So I'm going to share with you a little something using some beads. When I was a little boy, when I once was little, I always wanted to do some magic, so I asked my mother if I could please borrow her beads. And she says, okay, Gerard, but whatever you do, I don't want you ever tying any knots of beads. And he says, Mom, I'd never tie a knot. I was nervous and started to shake, and as I shook, I noticed that was a magical knot, called a magical slip knot. It was the story of a little rabbit hopping along through the grass, and he goes in between the trees around a tree, and down a little hole. He didn't like it, so he come right back up. If I go too fast, let me know. There's a little bracelet, I know that's rather long, but maybe if I make that a little shorter and put it over my wrist, then all I have to do is go straight off my wrist. There's a story about a little boy and a little girl that came to this church. When they first came, they were kind of shy. They were really young. But after a while, they decided to go around with each other. And they used to walk up and down the street hand in hand like that. And eventually, as this boy grew up, became a little older, and the girl a little older, he was kind of serious with the girl, so he decided to buy her a ring. I know it's kind of large, but he came from the country. He had big hopes that maybe someday he might get married. He was actually planning to, watch closely, tie the knot. This is the fastest knot in the world. So fast it comes right out. There it is. So giving a little bit more time and patience, he said, honey, he says, will you marry me? And sure enough, after a short time, they decided to tie the knot. So giving a little bit more time and patience, going to church, praying to God, they had a set of twins. So giving a little bit of time and patience, their children began to grow up. And whenever they went to, you've got several little malls here, and when they went to the mall, you'd always know this family because they always hold hands together. And Mom and Dad, they went to work, and the children went to school. So one day, when they came home from school, they turned on the television and they happened to see a program called World Vision. On World Vision, they saw some little children starving. They didn't have enough food. And some of them didn't even have any family, any parents. So they asked their mom and dad, can we make a difference? And through the community of their church, they decided to adopt some children. They're not all the same color because children that come from different countries can be darker, redder, more yellow than us. And so after a little while, they decided to adopt a couple more. Even though they're all separate individuals, this was a family of love. There's actually a total of 8 in the family. 6 children and 2 adults. And what's kind of neat about this is that they decided to be reunited as one large children. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're all one family. The family of Christ. Everybody here is somebody's brother in Christ and sister in Christ. Just remember, we have to treat each other with respect, honesty, and not to bully. We have to actually love each other. That's my little example of the beads, and I don't think you'll ever see that from anyone else because I'm one of the only people